Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and today we got some big news. So, the Washington football team is expected to hire former Panthers general manager Marty Hurney for their GM job. I'm going to talk about that in today's video, my thoughts, what that means for Kyle Smith's future, and the report that they are still looking to hire another guy in the front office. So, if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So, let's get right into the video. So, JP Finley and Ian Rapport reported this earlier that the deal is being finalized and should be done soon. So, we'll see when it happens. It could happen today, could happen in the coming days, but it is going to be Marty Hurney, who is our general manager, whether we like it or not. And I know it's not the favorite candidate. A lot of people wanted Kyle Smith before the hiring process even started. He's found a lot of late round gems, and that is something Marty Hurney has not been able to do during his Carolina tenure. So let's get into some of the background on Marty Hurney and why it's not as terrible as a lot of fans think. So Hurney spent part of 5 seasons with Rivera in Carolina, having been fired twice. He hired Rivera in 2011, and this article is by the way. He returned in 2007 as an interim general manager and remained in that job until he was fired this December. So here's something to keep in mind. In Carolina, Marty Hurney had the power over Ron Rivera. Now in Washington, it's going to be a lot different. Ron Rivera is going to have the power over Marty Hurney this time. So it's going to be a little bit different. Rivera will still have power on the football side in the organization, having been hired to provide a coach-centric model according to owner Dan Snyder, but Washington wanted to add a person to its front office to take some of the administrative burden off Rivera. Hurney handled the salary cap in Carolina, among other duties, but Washington hired his former assistant from Carolina, Rob Rogers, to handle that role. So his role is going to definitely be reduced from what it was in Carolina, and we'll see what happens if Kyle Smith can still work under him. I would really like if they could promote Kyle Smith to assistant general manager, and I know a lot of people are upset that we continue to bring in former Panthers, but here's the thing. The guy, Ryan Vermillion, he's done a very good job with the training staff. We've had a lot less injuries this year than in the past years. You look at the assistant coaches, a lot of people were upset that we continued to hire Panthers assistant coaches. Well, let's look at it. John Masco, offensive line coach. This line was supposed to be bottom 5 in the NFL, and it actually produced at around, an average offensive line level, and that's really, really good, and it got better as the season went on. The chemistry was better. He's done a very, very good job with that unit. Pete Hainer, the tight ends coach, Logan Thomas had like 200, 300 yards last year. He went up to 700 yards this year with Washington and about 6 touchdowns, and he's done a great job with that unit. Sam Mills has helped, elevate that D-line. Obviously very talented, but they couldn't get it done in the past years. Chris Harris has done a solid job with the secondary coach as well. So I think we got to give it some time. Of course, like I said, not the hire we wanted. I would have taken every single candidate we interviewed over Marty Hurney just because of his draft record. But again, his role is going to be different here, and we'll see what ends up happening. Like I said, there is a report, and I'll read it later, that we are considering hiring another guy in the front office. So we'll see what happens there. But again, it's unfortunate. And here's something right here from Burgundy blog. Hurney in the Super Bowl after 2 years as Panthers GM 2004. I am not a talent evaluator, or I'm not an evaluator at all. And then Wilbon said Hurney is a facilitator, a consensus builder, and administrator who can pull together all manner of resources and come to sharp, well-reasoned decisions. So I think that's the main reason that Ron Rivera did end up hiring a GM, just because he even said it. There was too many things going on for him last season, especially during the season that were happening, that he really normally didn't do, and it took a burden on him. So we wanted someone who did that, or who could do that, and I think Marty Hurney is his guy. Maybe he's not as much as a talent evaluator as we think he's going to be. Maybe he's not going to be making a lot of the draft decisions we think he's going to be, but he's going to be making the administrative decisions. He's going to, the meetings of players who they're going to sign, especially during the season. I think that's something that, Ron Rivera had to handle, players that they were going to sign mid-season. And I think that's something that Marty Hurney is definitely going to handle here. But guys, we're going to see how this thing shakes out. Like I said, there is a report that they're thinking about hiring someone someone else to come in the front office. And that's going to be interesting to see who they, promote, if they promote someone or if they hire someone from the outside. Because if they hire someone from the outside, that almost, definitely means that Kyle Smith is gone. Because let's say they hire someone from the Bills organization to be their assistant GM, that really likely means that Kyle Smith is out in Washington. We'll see though, guys. I know I don't like the decision, but I'm going to trust Ron Rivera. He's done a lot of good things here in DC in his 1 year. A lot of decisions that we didn't really agree with that ended up being good decisions. A lot of the coaches that he's brought in, a lot of people were upset, including me last year, that we didn't go after really any big free agent signings, or, the signings weren't necessarily at positions of need, but those guys ended up being ballers, or, definitely exceeded expectations. You think about Ronald Darby, you think about Logan Thomas, Wes Schweitzer, Cornelius Lucas, and many, many more, Kevin Pierre-Louis. And a lot of people were upset, and Ron Rivera and those guys proved them wrong. So let's see how this progresses before, we get all mad. And one thing, Kevin Sheehan tweeted, he said, "For all trying to convince me that imminent hire of Marty Hurney is an awful thing for the Washington football team, at least consider the positive that this is the first non-Dan Bruce hiring of a GM or equivalent since Marty Schottenheimer hired John Schneider." So, like I said, not my preferred hire. I would have rather gone, Ryan Cowden, Martin Mayhew, Kyle Smith, of course. But let's see. And real quick, Marty Hurney also returns to an organization he used to cover as a sports writer in DC. And I know a lot of people are going to ask about the draft picks. So, he's really, really good, or, his teams, I guess, because he doesn't necessarily make the final pick, I guess. But he has drafted a lot of good first rounders: Julius Peppers, Christian McCaffrey, Thomas Davis, DJ Moore. He's gotten a lot of other, Brian Burns. We'll talk about that more in a later video. His whole draft record and how it is. And we'll see. So let me know what you guys think about this hiring down below in the comments section. Again, we don't like it, but let's trust the process and see what ends up happening. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.